Hi golfers, welcome to this week's newsletter. So we've had a pretty rubbish week of weather in the UK here, and therefore we haven't played a huge amount of rounds of golf or many holes of golf. Although this afternoon, Wednesday this week, is looking a bit brighter but very windy and cold. So obviously we're trying to encourage people to work on their golf games over the winter, improve their technique, maybe come and see us, maybe use the swing room when they need to, or hopefully all the time. And I suddenly thought that a lot of you don't really, quite a few new members, and a lot of you don't know who I am. And therefore sometimes it can be quite intimidating to go and have a lesson off somebody new that you don't really know, and suddenly kind of, open up your golf swing to somebody and show all your bad habits off. Can be quite intimidating. So this week I thought I'd, show what I'm working on my golf swing to maybe hopefully make it easier for you to relate and come in and maybe take some tuition for myself, and make you feel more relaxed and less intimidated. So this week I thought I'd show you what I'm working on, what my bad habits are, and with the use of the video screen I'm about to show you and the launch monitor and what it can help and do for you. So here we are. So that's the swing I've just literally made a couple of minutes ago. First of all, just showing my setup on the right hand side of purely my front view, and on the left hand side obviously showing my posture, alignment and sort of distance from the ball. My tendencies from a setup point of view, on the right hand side my right hand grip can get a little weak, so this is me trying to strengthen my grip, believe it or not. I'm just about getting that V on my right hand pointing to the right side of my face, which obviously then makes it a little bit more stronger or more neutral, more textbook. And on the left hand side you can see my posture, looking pretty good there. I tend to get a bit slouchy and a little bit rounded back, so just trying to work on that from a setup point of view. In my golf swing, from a front view, these are all sort of fairly long-term stuff I'm working on that I'm always, falling back in, and like we all do, tending to fall into old habits. These habits are probably from 20 years ago, when I was first thinking I was going to be a world champion. Tendencies I get, which I'm trying to, from a front view, trying to lessen, probably never get rid of. So as I make my backswing from a front view with a pretty solid looking setup, I make my backswing, and two things I tend to do. As I reach the top of my backswing, I can tend to, as you can see, lose my height. Well, this is me consciously trying not to lose height. And also I can tend to move a bit too much to the right on my backswing sometimes. So this is something I'm pretty pleased with, believe it or not, here. And at the same time, I can, if I'm not aware of it, overturn my shoulders, especially when I lose my height, and overswing the golf club. So here I'm trying to maintain my height and keep that club short of parallel on the back swing, but at the same time trying to achieve a full turn. So quite happy with what I've done there, but the tendencies are to lose height and overswing. And then on my backswing, once I've checked my setup, so as you can see here on my little practice here, I'm trying to make sure I keep the club around about waist height, parallel to the ground. I'm trying to make sure I keep the club parallel to my spine angle, which with whatever club I'm using, to make sure it's nice and square. As you can see marked there, I tend to, if anything, get the club leading edge a bit vertical or slightly open, and with the club shaft a little bit too far inside. So pretty pleased with that practice stroke. That's how it happens in the real swing. Stuttering along, here we go. So into the takeaway position at real time. So a slight improvement from my bad swing position. So club face nearly where I want it. Not quite on my spine angle. And the club shaft has gone a little bit inside my target line. So 7 out of 10 for effort. And then at the top of the backswing, Again, try not to swing it too long, trying to get that left wrist a little bit flatter through having a more square club face at the takeaway, and maintaining my height again. So pretty pleased there. And as a result of that, because my club face is more square, I'm hoping to achieve, which is again a weak point of mine, as I come into impact, I'm trying to just get my left hip rotating a little bit better out of the way and getting that right foot off the ground a little bit more. I tend to get a bit flat-footed and my hands and arms go racing ahead, and I can hit that quick pull hook over to the left there, especially with the longer clubs. So let's have a quick look, free flowing from the front based on what we just said. So takeaway, not bad as we saw from the rear view, maintaining my head height pretty good, pretty solid turn. Start my downswing with a good transition into my left side, rotating better than normal. And that shot I hit, as you can see here, swinging it pretty smoothly. Club path is pretty straight, which we can see here. My club face was slightly closed, 1.5 degrees to the left, so it was a little pull to about 8 foot left of the flag. Flew 172 off 82 miles an hour pretty much, 114 ball speed, launching around about 19 degrees. So not a bad swing, things to improve. So yeah, sorry to bore you with it, but I thought it might be an idea just to show you what I'm working on and the little tiny bits and bobs that I'm working on as I come into the room here and practice over winter, trying to motivate myself to bring a stronger game to the springtime and summer, and maybe start entering some competitions. And just wondering what your guys' thoughts are on what you're trying to achieve, and if we can help you out at all, please contact us in the shop. You can come and hire the room on rainy, horrible days. It's a really beneficial, once you get to know what the numbers mean and how to use the video, it can be really beneficial to you and have a much more efficient practice session than just simply whacking balls off into a net or into the end of a driving range, and actually work out a little bit cheaper as well. Okay, hope I didn't bore you too much. Hope it was a good insight, and hope that makes you relax a little bit more. Maybe consider the possibility of having some tuition and improving and motivating yourself ready for next season. Okay, have a good golf this week, and we'll see you soon. One thing, if you're local to here, we've got a Christmas draw that's filling up rapidly. If you want to get a ticket, £500 first prize, down to 5th place, all to play for. Yeah, come and get a ticket and we'll see you soon. Many thanks.